All right, good morning or good day, Father Jonathan. We wanted to show you the progress that we're making so far on the new website with the shiny new software. So the homepage is looking like it usually does. And we have the worship services, which I truly believe as a parishioner, as someone who looks at attending churches, I think having the basic services on the homepage is pretty important. I know you wanted to get all those other links gone and into the About Us section, but I did, you know, we follow through with the giving section, perhaps at the bottom here. Um, and then the footer is the same. I also have, contact in the footer as well as in the About Us section. And so let's look at the About Us section. We have that home page has that specific layout. And then what is an Anglican and other pages that I think are going to be verbose and have a lot of text. I don't want to have a whole lot of presentation pictures and things like that, especially, for people that are on a phone, they're going to be scrolling endlessly, um, to get past pictures and get to the content that they're looking for. Um, And so this layout has the picture inside of that beige block. The next page is the our history, which I'm not really sure if you're talking about general Anglican history or specific to the parish, so we can hash that out later. Some of these pictures are definitely from uh, the that have been around for quite a while in the St. Francis web uh, files. So I was given those by Father Sam, and I will get those to you soon as well. Let's scroll down and see what we have here. Is the clergy page, which is looking the same as it did, and we'll review that with the admin section here in a little while. Carry on through the rest of the pages that we have done so far. About us, we have what to expect, which again also some of these nice photos that we have available. And then, however, maybe this one won't be so wordy. Maybe you want to have a general picture and then some stuff inside. We definitely have some flexibility. Ministries is a different layout. That layout has a page picture and a title header, subheader, and a text section. And then it has these really fun presentation blocks, which have a header that's children's ministry, the subheader, which is optional, a nice big picture, and then whatever you want to say about that. I went ahead and added that sheer block so that you can see the background picture, but it's not competing with the presentation cards. And you can add as many of those as you'd like for specific sections. And I think those are really nice to put on some of the forward facing pages that we have, where you're really trying to get interest, the community, parish life, which I'm not completed yet, but those pages may well have that specific layout, unless you have other plans for that. We do have the contact page, and that's pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and look at the contact page is fine. Let's do that. Um, Again, contact page is not very exciting, although it does have that beautiful drone photo, and we have a few of those. The background picture obviously is one, and so the worship schedule is as it was before. Love that breakout class picture. I'm really hoping that we can get some more of these photos with people, especially for these, community. I have garden, I have pumpkin patch photos, and anything obviously newer that features the current staff and vestry and all that would be great. And the music program, right? Um, so we can look over now at the Wagtail admin. As you can see, there's a little bird there, and that shows you that you're in your Wagtail development. And we have an admin that you can do, when we're live on your website, you can log in to that admin section, or anybody can, and you can make changes to the live pages. Um, we can look at the ministries, do a few of these. Um, so Wagtail uses what's called blocks. So I'm giving a way to present content and images and so forth, but you don't have to look at code. You don't have to, worry about messing up a layout or things like that. And that's why, some of these pictures, as you can see the page image, I have some helper text for anybody besides myself that might be using it. It says, depending on the page, you'll want a certain size. Um, if it's inside one of those text regions, you probably want a smaller width picture, and we can talk about that later. But then we have these presentation blocks on the ministries page, which has your son on the first one. So you can add uh, as many of these as you care to. You can add more, you can delete older ones or update them however you want to do. So you just got the add button there for another presentation block. And every page also has the ability to add, overall, number one, overall page content is just one. There only should be one on one page, but you can have multiple content blocks. And programmatically we have made that, you've got a loop, you can loop through. um, and I have made these blocks myself. So as we go to the schedule page, just understand that, I actually do have the ability to make new types of blocks. And, as long as they fit within the general layout, I've got no problem, adding what we need. Maybe I was thinking a services block for the home page. Um, so that these are things we can talk about as we move forward. The schedule is so tame now, yay, because I have updated it with just new content. Some of the reason it was such an unwieldy mess is because I failed to delete old special events, and that's how it's organized, is in specific. And there's that wonderful image again that you can change anytime you want. You can click the little things there and change it, edit it, but it's perfect. So we can see the actual calendar, which has the regular month view and the week view, has a list title, and then it has event items. So fellowship might have like the dinner that you have Wednesday night, maybe a Lenten series, but probably the Lenten series might be better served under a special events uh, list, which I also had as well. I had many different lists so that it was just easy to organize. And as you can see, we've got the dinner here as under fellowship. And that day 3 is, Sunday through Saturday, it's zero based indexing. And if it's recurrent, you click the button there. So all the services that are, regular Bible study, the Sunday program, you can say is recurring, and you don't need to add a start and end recur, but you could if you wanted. Like again, if it was the Lenten special where you're just going to be going through those weeks there during Lent. We'll scroll down and just look, and that way you'll understand this is the Holy Eucharist list, which has your Sunday services, and then it's got a color, a date time. I think you can go ahead and click, or you can even, yeah, and then you can easily set it. You can change it if you want. Um, And so the new schedule is there. And yeah, and so I think, whether you want to you can upload images, documents, it's possible perhaps in the future you'll want to put your uh, program available. We could make that available maybe on the homepage if you wanted to do that. I know St. Vincent's does that. They have their um, weekly bulletin, and I was having problems getting to your your YouTube feed. So I was doing St. Vincent's, and sure enough, they do have on their website the weekly bulletin that I can just print if I want, or just look at it, so I can follow along easier. Anyway, these are options, and I know you've got some ideas as well. And uh, this is what we've gotten so far, and I look forward to working with you more. I wanted to get this out while you are going to have that annual meeting. I don't know if you're going to see it before then, but um, anyway, I'll be done with this and ready for content whenever you're happy with it. So thank you very much again for allowing us to provide this service, because we're, obviously over 2 hours away now. So it's anyway, we thank you and hope you have a wonderful weekend.